What's good?
That's probably in the beginning.
Yo, hey, what episode was this? I forgot.
127.
Yeah,
Welcome.
127. Everybody, hey, welcome to the Dope and Tape Show. We're excited to have you. It's
127 episodes. He
Tuesday,
still sucks at this.
127. Yeah, well, it's just an intro, and we're just hanging out anyway, so it doesn't really matter. As long as the number gets out there, so we can track it. But
That's
uh,
it,
but yeah,
kid.
man,
Come on.
we're just coming. We're just gonna come out here and hang out with Tommy, and see what he's got going on.
Close my blinds.
As yeah, do that.
Do
Close
they
them.
not? Oh, they don't. They don't close. They're just there for.
Oh,
They're there.
psych.
Psych. They're there for looks, kid. Yo, what up? Check out my shirt.
So oh, that's cool. Vegas Valley Fire, man. Hey, I went to go walk apartments today, and we have to have. It's so hard to find apartments that we can use because we always have people over. Sarah's always cooking, and of course, since she's Colombian, there's always someone from somewhere living with me. It seems like her sister lived with me for 8 months. Her aunt's here for 3 weeks, and then I don't know what's going to happen after this one, but I guess it's just part of it. But we're always cooking, so we have it's a 6 foot by 4 foot dining room table that my dad built, and then we were just walking them. I was like, this place sucks, and then I got the one, and it has a giant room with doors. I was like, oh, this is gonna be the studio. This is it. We're taking it. So I'll finally have a studio.
You're gonna move. You locked it down.
Yeah. Yeah. I was like,
you were doing good there. Then you lost my interest because you just were you drawed it out too far. You dragged the story out too far that I lost.
I gotta
lost
give
interest.
Details.
No, less details. Just get right to the good shit, kid.
You know what? My Spanish teacher told me that today. It's like, Brian, you want to add too many things to your sentences. Just say what you're trying to say. You don't need all these colorful
Dude,
words.
I went and checked out an apartment today, and I'm gonna have a studio soon. Holy shit, bro, that's fucking killer, man. That is such great news. Woo! You would have just got it right by. Would have got a reaction.
Extra stuff,
walking around today and looking at a place.
Yeah, we're doing this and doing this.
My dad makes tables. All right, let's have a quick word from our sponsor real quick, and we'll get back to breaking Brian's balls. If I can. Here we go.
Oh,
being your best requires working with the best. Vegas Valley Fire Protection is a growing alliance of the industry's best talent. Why? Because we empower our team with best-in-class in-house training, career advancement opportunities, unique 4-day workweek programs, generous wage scales, health insurance benefits. And we just happen to be located in the country's best-rated city to live, work, and play, Las Vegas, Nevada. Ready to be your best? Apply today.
Yeah, we're back. Anybody, if you're looking for a job, it's still available. There's a truck. It's got gas and tools, and it's ready for you to do some service in Vegas. You want to relocate to Las Vegas. All your work is in Las Vegas. You won't be commuting to all these other places. It's centralized. The company has people that have been there for a really long time, and they need an experienced tech. So if you want to apply for that, if that sounds like it really tickles your fancy, you go to vvfire.com/be-my-best. The safest bet for career satisfaction in Las Vegas. Just tell them we sent you, all right? That's why we're running these ads. We're trying to help them out, trying to find them an expert that can go and service shit. And I want that to happen. So call them up, flood that, go to that website and tell them and apply. Head them up. All right, Bri, go back to we talking about tables and shit.
Yeah, but
I'm sorry. You're all right.
My internet's lagging again.
You're lagging?
So I'm gonna try to switch to my phone.
Oh yeah, you're just it's like a Chinese movie. Your lips aren't even moving, kid. Are you staring at us or are you just Dundies? Man, it froze perfectly for you. You don't look bad right there, kid. So, Tommy, what's new with you? Thank you for coming on such short notice. We were going to have Bullpack Billy on here. You guys know him from Instagram. He is at an emergency service call, having a hell of a time with, I think it sounded like a pre-action system or something. And so I started scrambling. If you got a DM from me and you're not on here, it's because Tommy answered before you. So I did hit up Daryl, tried to see if I could speed up that sales episode. Are you back?
Yeah, I'm
Dude,
back.
It froze like perfect. You should go back and get a screenshot of that. You know, most time like freezes and you like look funny, like you just like looked like you were staring at us.
I did that on purpose. I'm a professional.
Oh yeah, you're
Done
professional,
this for
all
like
right,
20,
kid.
120 something episodes, man. 120 something episodes. Man, I don't know if y'all caught the first episode of Blue Collar Broadcasting. What we're doing with that is anytime that we're not doing like a normal dope and tape show, we're gonna be at an event or just around some cool people and we set up, the computer or a phone and we go live. That's gonna be a blue collar broadcasting episode. It's just hanging out wherever we are with some friends and we're just chatting. So that was the first episode of that. I just felt like we couldn't call it a dope and tape show because it really wasn't like a structured interview kind of thing. We're just kind of hanging out. So yeah, I don't know. You like that idea, Tommy?
Yeah, absolutely. Nice to see the little spin-offs. Actually caught you on Kenko's live last week too.
Oh, you hopped on? Yeah, it was cool. It was cool.
Uh,
I was
oh,
just
did you
sitting
go live
working.
with
I was like, oh,
Kenko?
yeah, I was sitting there working, and I had my Instagram on like another window, and I saw that he went live, and I was like, oh, let's see what he's talking about, and he invited me. I was like, talked about just hanging out with him. They were talking about being scared and what it takes to start a company, and he was saying as a plumber to get with the best foreman and try to learn as much as you can. That's another thing. Like if your foreman sucks and you're an apprentice, you need to make it known that you want to go with the best guy, even if
Well,
you have to drive a little
I
further, you
I have
know?
an opinion on this.
All right, what you got?
The shitty foreman is doing something right. I mean, unless the company is just like, like he's got to be doing something right.
No, no, you are come from the union. So if it's open shop, he might not be doing something right.
No, that's true, but at the same time, he's got to know something if he's the foreman, and you got to try to just get whatever you can out of it. I've worked with some assholes. I still learn from them. You got to like, it turns into a psychology thing. That's why I always say this is like the pipe is easy. It's black pipe. It screws clockwise. It's the same in every country. That's the easy part. It's dealing with people and their personalities and the way that they operate and the way that they talk to you and being able to be talked to different ways. Maybe some people are nice to you. It's probably not going to be happening though. You're probably going to be like, you know, it's going to be vicious on the job site for you as a young lad. So you just got to have tough skin,
Yeah,
kid. Leave
I
your feelings
know.
in the glove box. You really should leave them at home because maybe you get on your
I do
feelings on
get
the
what
ride
Brian
home.
is saying to a point. So I'm very knowledgeable, but I call myself a horrible teacher. I'm just the type that when I get into a job, I want to start doing it. So I
Mm,
forget to tell you what I'm doing, why I'm doing it.
I think I'm pretty good at the teaching aspect and knowing the levels of the people that I'm with and knowing that like this guy probably doesn't know about this. And if he does, sometimes you're in that realm where maybe someone's been doing something a long time. It's still like I've been doing this a long time. I still see things first. I still have first times this is I've ever seen all the time. So even if I was working with one of you, I might explain something. If I want it done a certain way, I might just go into how it works. And whether you know it or not, you're still going to listen to the way that I think about it, and then we're on the same page, and then I feel better about it.
Yeah.
So then that spills into the teaching, like just explaining it. These kids don't know, especially if they don't have a
Uh,
training
first,
First,
facility.
first thing I tell guys too is if you don't understand something or you have a question, please stop me because I get in cruise control and I go.
That's a lot of guys, man. They get focused. They don't want to be slowed down by teaching, but like you slow down for that 1 second, teach them, boom. He'll hopefully know that forever now. And then and the next time you get to teach them something different. But then every now and then you got guys that come across and you teach them the same shit over and over and over, and those are the guys that they can just they have to go do something else because you got to be able to retain the shit. I just noticed you're wearing the North American Fire Protection.
yeah,
I am.
Oh,
that's
it's
awesome.
shit. What's it called? It's called a sweatshirt.
I know a guy there,
Sweatshirt.
Chad.
Chad? Oh yeah, I know Chad.
Who's that?
Who's Chad? Chad, my
You know,
guy.
something I would
Oh
do
shit,
with
the
with
chat is right over
Alex
my face,
is
kid. God.
I I
Such a
would
rookie at this.
I would show them something, and then if it came up again, I'd be like, all right, go do it.
Boom. Oh my
I already showed
God.
you once.
All right, I don't know. I'm on the laptop. I was over here looking at you guys, and I should be looking at our people. Also, I had the comments right over my face. What's up, fellas? It's from Jesse. Chad, what up, dope and tape? Jesse, get to the point, Brian. Tommy's in the house from Chad. George, what up? Corlin, what up? Stay clashing. Shout out from Arizona. Yo, clashing.
Arizona.
Join my clan. Join my clan, dog. I got Clash of Clans I used to play. Chandler, what up? Big country. How you guys doing? Agree with Bobby. Sometimes those asshole foremen are the best to learn from. You just have to get through to them. You have to. They all got something, man. You know, what does he do in his spare time? And he'll like, hopefully he tells you. You might have to ask him multiple times to get a right answer, but like, you know, maybe he's got like an RV or something, and then boom, fucking look up some RV facts and just bring them up, and then takes him out of this being an asshole, and you get into his realm, and then you can. And that's how you get under those fucking assholes' skin. You got to get into their head. It's psychology. Pipe's
Relate to
easy.
him.
Pipe is
Relate to him.
easy. Tunnel
What I was
focus.
saying is the best guy. I was saying like the guy that everybody respects. Like everybody knows who that guy is at the company.
Chad Tester, Bobby hit it on the money. We slap pipe together, can say it from experience. The jobs are the same all the way across the country. It's the people and personalities that change. It's true. It's a business of personalities, all construction. I always say there are no stupid questions, just stupid people not asking the questions. There are no stupid questions, but there's definitely some stupid people. Just kidding.
I guess along those same lines too. Me and Brian have been talking lately. I've been going back through the old episodes, and I didn't know Brian had a wild past too.
Yeah,
So him and I
Dude.
got to
yeah.
talking. This industry is so close knit. It's very hard to build your name, but so easy to kill your name.
It really
A
is.
You kill
hundred
your name with
percent.
one company, you kill it with the whole area.
It's true, and that like it
Yeah.
goes with trust. Like it takes a long time to earn trust, and it's gone like that. You
There's
know?
a
I've
guy
still
that I
got
was
people out there that probably think that I'm a drunk, I'm a hack, and this, that, and the other thing.
Oh, me
I
too.
killed my name. It is so hard to rebuild your name. I finally got back to Johnson Controls because I was at the point where I ran through enough companies that everybody knew about me.
Oh man,
So
my guy
it
Tommy,
was
I
bad.
got your back.
yeah, during my crazy year, um like Alex would come get me out of bed. Like, hey
That's why
Brian,
he
hey,
always talks
slap
about
me.
Alex.
Hey,
Oh, my apprentice Alex,
come
because he
come
would sleep in the truck and Alex would go do the work. Right?
sometimes I was still drunk from the night before. Like he would just come. I was like, just let me know if you need me. It was bad, man. I mean, I would probably go out every night. It
Yeah.
was just
Same.
trying to essentially just trying to escape, reality of what was going on in my life. It went on for about 8 months before I was like, I had to
Let's give everybody a
just
heads up
get
about
it
what.
together.
I think it's on the 23rd. Yeah. So April 23rd, we'll have this again. We're gonna have Chad. Let's give a round of applause for Chad real quick for his hard work. I'm very grateful for him. He's been very helpful for me at North American Fire thus far, fire protection. And thank you, Chad. Appreciate you. Appreciate you being around.
Yeah, he's a stud.
Just send the stud into the fire, kid. He doesn't even burn. It's like gets a little
Oh, he's
tan.
a
He's like gets
perfect
a little
asset
tan.
for you guys too.
Oh, he's
I mean, a
great.
guy that knows fire alarm, that knows service, that knows inspections. That was a good
Yeah,
grab for you
yeah,
guys.
it was. And he's also not to put your business out there, but he's gonna be taking a NICET test on Saturday.
Ooh.
Yeah, super excited for him.
On
Super excited. That's big.
inspections, water based,
Yep, 25. That's right.
he'll
He's
nail it.
studying. He got it. Yeah, I think so. He got a fire tech course, which is fire tech's like the best. Right before you take a NICET test, you take that course. You can take it as many times as you want, like
Yo,
three,
Eric, what
four
up?
times.
Thank you for joining us. If you're
It's
watching us
it's
live or
really
you're
great.
watching the replay, we appreciate you. We have like 1,000.03 subscribers, whatever that means. It doesn't give me
I
the
With
worked with a
exact.
NICET,
guy,
Huh?
huh?
I recommend if you take that fire tech course, right before you go in to take your NICET course or NICET test, get there like an hour early. Start taking some of the practice tests on the fire tech course, and it just gets your mind right. Because I was scared with
Mm.
layout 2. I didn't think there was any way in the world I was going to pass layout 2. I just started taking the test beforehand. I go in to take the NICET test. I'm like, holy shit, all these questions are the same as I just took.
Yeah,
So,
dude.
Wow,
It's great advice. We have
that is good advice.
1,034 subscribers. Thank
No
you.
way.
Thank you.
What?
Thank you.
Wow,
1,034. It's
it was
climbing.
that's
30
incredible.
1,035 until Brian told that story at the beginning with the
Oh
apartment
my
where they blocked
god.
right up.
Yeah, so before sprinklers, my dad made tables. That's all I remember from that story.
That's one of his retirement hobbies.
Oh yeah?
Yeah,
Dude,
just making furniture.
yeah, custom furniture's big. Like you make big money. Got a buddy that does that.
Dude, I
Buddies
know.
that brothers that
I was
do that.
telling him. And he's working on the design so it's easy to ship. What
That's
he
pretty
wants
cool.
to, he doesn't want to do custom orders. He says, I make what he makes and you can buy it or not.
Bulk. Make them bulk. Get Brian in there doing something. Come on. I think it's easier just to read the
No,
comments
not
right here,
easy.
but I
I'm
don't know
I'm
if I'm
busy
missing them
enough.
on Twitch or what. Oh no, because Chandler's on Twitch.
So going back to,
Oh, there's
your
Becky.
name, like there was a guy that I worked inspections with, my second company, and he was just a piece of shit, like as a person, and um, later on, I wanted to say like 4 years later, they were going to interview him, and I saw him in the office, and after the interview, I was like, "Hey, if y'all hire him, I'm leaving, like 100%, 100%. Like I'm not going to work for a company with that kind of, people that are working for us. I don't want to be a part of that."
Whew.
Like, yeah, I mean, names matter. And then you bring in one guy who's just junk, he's gonna bring the workmanship of everybody else down.
That's true.
It matters. And then there was a guy who's doing really, really well in his career now. My dad actually trained him. But like he got caught for falsifying backflow reports. But that's still with him today, and it's probably been
Man, what's the
maybe
point? You're getting
maybe
paid to be
15
there. Just
years
do it.
since then.
Becky, hi guys. Go Chad. Tommy looking smart and look at it. Yeah, we can almost see it. You guys both got to aim your cameras down a little bit. Come
Yeah.
on. Yeah,
There we go.
there we go. Team effort. Oh, look, you guys are getting good at this. Tommy's been on like
Yeah.
Tommy's been on like 6 times. You've been on 127. He's just as good as you.
Right.
Mike
Making my way through
Watts.
the old episodes too.
Oh yeah, what episode are you on?
I'm up to Brian's dad right now. I got to hear about Brian leaving yogurt in the
Oh,
floor of the
episode
workbench.
50. Oh yeah. He if
Wow,
I
you
wasn't
remember
his
an
son,
episode? That's crazy.
he would have fired me. Dude,
That's
he got
crazy. You're
red.
going
He got
back and
so mad.
re-listening. I really appreciate that. That must be a trip
Thank you.
because you've already like so. This is the second time.
If only we knew back then, we could have asked Brian's dad about shark bites.
I mean, I got access to Brian's
Could,
dad. We could ask him.
could you
Yeah, this thing moves when I
could you
talk.
tell if we gotten better since the beginning?
Why did you say that, Becky? I don't get it.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh shit.
And the guests just seem to be flowing in now for you guys too. Where at
The
the
guests?
beginning it was
It
all
was
the
like
same
pulling
crowd.
teeth. People were like, "Wait, you're gonna
It
do what?
was.
Who are you?
You
What are we
want to do
gonna
what?
do? I'm not
Who?
that entertaining." I'm like, "No, we don't need you to be entertaining. We got Brian." Brian brings the entertainment here.
And you could
Oh,
see the change from like when you guys went to NFPA and AFSA. You picked up more and more followers, more and more guests were
Mhm.
flowing in. So
getting our name out there. I'm putting stickers everywhere. No one's complained yet. Some people
it
say it's
definitely went from us just all shooting the shit to like, now it's a production.
shit. You got ads now. I
I
got little
know.
buttons I can click over here. Come on.
I know. And come May, I'll have a studio. So Bobby will have his home studio. I'll have
Dude,
my
you're gonna get a
studio. It's gonna be
studio?
great.
Wow.
Studio.
That is so exciting. I can't even believe that. That's a great story right there.
Oh,
Go
shout
fuck
out to one
yourself,
of your
Bobby.
guys that was with you from the beginning. I haven't heard from him lately. And names always pass my mind, but he used to chug Mick Ultras during the show. Is he
Teague?
still
Teague.
around?
Yeah,
Teague.
Nick just got a job. Nick's back in the industry.
Oh
Really?
Yeah,
yeah.
shout out to Nick. Just got a job. I forget if I got that message today or yesterday, but literally it was probably yesterday on Monday. He did an interview, got the job. I want to say he's back with his brother, Teague brothers. There's Foreman Teague, and then there's Nick
Yep.
Teague,
Yep. There we. Yep.
and
Okay.
uh,
Oh wow.
and so
We
yeah,
need to have him back on.
we can have him back on. I remember. That's an episode I want to watch. Did you see me typing on?
That
Could you see
is
me? Could you see me
that is
searching shit on the
bro.
side, Tommy?
So I've been
That
listening in the
episode
van, so I
was
can't
wild.
watch.
Oh, listening. Okay. Yeah, I
Dude, in
remember.
my mind, I was like, we're done. This is it. It ends
This
here.
is it. I was like, before it even started, I seen that he was drinking, and I'm like, all right. So I was like, can we drink beer on YouTube? I'm Googling, can we drink beer on Twitch? And it's like everything said yeah. I'm like, all right, phew. Yeah, we can run it. Like then Nick starts hitting the vape and everything. I'm like, oh boy. Here we go. He's taking us for beers. We definitely got to have Nick back on.
Oh, that was
Yeah.
Kenko's live. That was like the Wild West over there. They were ripping vapes. I'm like, whoa, this isn't dope and tape anymore, man.
Oh yeah.
I
Oh,
know.
what episode? Do you already make it to Kenko at episode 50?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, what
No,
episode was?
no, 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 no. When I went over to
Okay.
Kenko's live,
Oh,
yeah, I
on
haven't made it
Kenko's
to
live.
when he was
Oh,
on.
they're ripping the
Oh
vapes. Where
yeah.
were they on the job?
I think Kinko was he? I think he was home. I
Oh,
think they were both home. It was later at night.
who else did you? It was Kenko and who? I missed this.
It was yeah, I know. Well, you miss a lot, but
I don't miss nothing. I mean, you. I mean, you're not
yeah,
posting
like
nothing.
the open atmosphere, like you just decided to walk away. I mean, just
No, I
different
was
things
inside.
that
I
you're
was
just
inside.
missing.
Filming content. I was probably filling the tank so you could flow the water, or making sure the pump was running good.
Just like the airport, me and Chad turn around, you're gone. Like what?
I got shit to do. You
Where
guys
did
could
he?
have went. You guys are grown men.
Where
I
did
know
he
which. I know
go?
where the gate is. Like, what do you think? I'm gonna get kidnapped, kid? I gotta take a piss. Like, I gotta. We get to the gate. Brian's not even checked in. The lady's like, oh, boarding pass and ID. Brian's like, wait, what? Where am I?
No, I got it. Well, the first gate, the first one, freaking Frontier, dude. I can't stand that. We're never doing that again, ever.
Don't get me started. You told me to stop. Will the
Yeah,
stu-
well,
will the studio have a bar? Joe asks.
no, no.
No bar.
So I do not keep alcohol in the house.
How about
Like,
you could do a little
if,
coffee bar where you do your shitty art.
yeah, well, I'm getting better. It still sucks, but I'm
Well,
getting
so
better.
to be I'm. You say I don't see anything, right? I see everything, and I saw that you made Sarah breakfast in bed, and I saw she had a latte with extremely shitty art on it, and I assumed it was you.
Well, it looked better and easier to do on Pinterest, but it's actually extremely difficult.
Yeah,
So,
you suck
yeah,
at it.
so
Like if I did latte art, it would take me like 2-3 times. I'd be a pro. You've been doing
I
this
was
for
gonna
like
do no, I
since
was gonna
last
do
year.
it different. This is the first time I ever done it. So I was gonna do like a design, like a flower with chocolate syrup, and it didn't work.
Damn,
It
kid,
didn't
you're
work.
gonna get it soon. Protein shake bar.
Yeah,
Yeah, you could have a coffee bar in the studio,
yeah,
right?
Get me a nice little espresso for
Get an Azul
the
going.
show right before bed. There we go.
Boom. I
So,
could
what
drink.
was your guys' thought on that General Vapor Pipe Shield?
Dude, I love it. I love
Well,
it. And
yeah, it's
there's a huge misconception in the industry about it.
Yeah,
huge.
when I first
From what
heard
I
of it, I'm
gathered.
like, "There's no way this works." I mean, you're putting a powder in the pipe, but it just
The
It's
powder,
not
the
a
everything I
powder,
no.
the
learned.
powder never enters the pipe. The air
It's in a bag.
goes through the powder. The powder's all encapsulated in the bag.
And it
And
makes the molecule that goes in there is smaller than the red blood cell.
it's like a
Like if you think of the
400th of a
coronavirus,
nanometer or one
yeah,
four
it's
hundredth of a nanometer or something.
it's extremely tiny. And then that size is the barrier that you have between the water, the air, and then the actual iron pipe. It connects itself to the iron pipe, kind of like magnetically in a way, if you can imagine that. It's incredible, dude. And then mounting it's like mounting a freaking TV. I mean, think about so it's supposed to somewhat replace or be a competitor to nitrogen, and the nitrogen tank is ginormous. And also the vapor shield's less than half the cost.
But
Great.
We had
they're all different applications. Like I don't know if the
Yeah, of course.
Right,
We
but
had a bunch of nitrogen generators around here,
it's safe.
and
Yes, Mike.
99% of them they took out of service. They just sucked. The maintenance on them was awful. So I think this vapor pipe shield might be the way to steer those customers that we're looking
Yeah,
for.
we did, Mike. That's what we talked about. We talked about it on the episode, the fine print and the warning, and it's like, I mean, essentially, if you're in a little room, right, and you fill it up with anything other than the air that we breathe, it's not gonna be good for you, right? Like if you filled it up with, what was the? Well, he had a really good comparison. But like
What
basically,
if
like
you?
if you were
Oh,
in a teeny little riser room and you were gonna drain it all right there, which you drain in a dry system, it's probably not gonna happen. You're probably gonna
you're
drain it from a
breathing
drum
it.
drip somewhere, but um, yeah, like it's gonna deplete the like the air you breathe. It's not that it makes it toxic. Daryl
As an
says,
inspector, I would open up the air at the dry valve.
yeah,
If I'm doing like a partial trip, I'm not opening it at a drum trip, but I will open it and then walk out the room and close the door. It's loud anyway.
yeah. So
I
like
mean,
so
even
say
with
that way.
nitrogen, you're reducing the oxygen in the
If
room. I mean, you would get
yes,
out anyway.
that's well, and if it was, you say it wasn't nitrogen, just compressed air. You're gonna stand in the riser room as the air, as like 50 pounds of air is bleeding off, the loudest thing you've ever heard in your life. You're gonna step out.
Yeah,
You're
you
gonna step
walk
out for a
out,
minute. Yeah.
close the door, hang out until it goes low, and walk in.
So
I'm sure you do that.
if you go and you watch, it's actually our previous episode, but it's episode 1 of Blue Collar Broadcasting, where we're gonna go live from facilities and other. It will be if we do a live that's other than Tuesday or Thursday at 9 p.m. It'll probably be Blue Collar Broadcasting. It's kind of a tongue
Yeah,
twister.
anytime when we're with like someone like a round table and we just kind of go live and it's
Yeah.
not a
If
traditional
it's
dope and
if it's
tape,
a one if
boom.
it's a one screen, we're all on the same screen together, sitting together. Blue collar broadcasting, and it will be like a different format because we're obviously not going to be like this interview format. But Daryl says you're lucky, Brian. If my wife was home a half an hour ago, I'd be on the show right now kicking your ass.
You should get your papers together, practice your speech.
Had to roast Brian for a second because you were late. oh,
By the
oh,
way, Daryl, what are we presenting? Are you going to do a service contract or are you going to do an inspection
hey, you
contract?
don't get
What's
any.
your
No.
plan?
Dale gets to keep that to himself. You got to be caught off guard.
Uh,
Corlin says, Brian, that's why it's called art because you're not an artist. It's because it's not like artist is the full. I kind of sort of get that, but I'm not 100% getting it.
yeah, it wasn't one of the best ones. You could have done better,
You
but
could have done better.
we can move on. You can move on. Oh, I was
If you
talking
guys
about
in
a
the chat
joke,
want to
but
type some shit, I'll read it. If you got a good question for Brian, like Brian's good with questions, it probably turn into like a 40-minute story. I could put on some Jeopardy music, Any questions you guys
So
ever want to
Brian,
ask, shoot them out.
you've used both. Honest opinion, Little Hose Monster or Riptide? Which one are you choosing?
well, it comes down to one thing. So well, they're rated according to Riptide's manufacturing recommendations is that if you have a quad to not go over 2500 GPM. I know, and also JR knows that it can go up to 3850. We know that because we did it,
At
We
least,
was like, see,
right?
well, yeah, at least let's see what happens. The goal would to get 4,000 out of it because four hose monsters can get 4,000. So if it was only according to manufacturer's recommendations of 25 versus 4,000 for four hoses, then the hose monsters would win on larger components. Now, where the Riptide really shines is price. So with the hose monsters, in order to get lower PSI readings on the pitot tubes, you would have to use the inserts, the reduced orifices, and that's expensive. So Riptide alone, without the reduced orifices, they have a lower PSI pitot rating, so you can essentially only get that, and you're good to go. Um, I what I prefer is I like the Riptide. I like that it's metal, it's solid. There was some critiques on the handle. He's gonna fix the handle. The handle kind of will hurt your hand. It's like 50 pounds. But I like it's this one box and not this big hose monster. But where it really shines is in the price.
And I think we finally have like a good competition for Little Hose Monster. We've all used Hose Monster, Little Hose Monster. And there's nothing
Yeah.
wrong with their product, but now it's like this new product's out there. I'm like, I want to find out everything about it.
Well,
I
it's
know.
like,
I mean,
it's kind of was like a monopoly, right? Like you only got one. For all these years, we've only had one. I
and
mean,
they were the best.
they-
That's why you paid it.
they were the. I mean, were they the best because they were the only one?
No, Wills has one. Wills
Oh
has
yeah, the Flow Buster.
Flow
It's just not
Buster
really known about. I mean,
with a cage. It's not.
how many of us have used homemade ones? You know,
Oh,
like
I have.
Oh
I
yeah,
used them
for a
all.
long time.
I've used them all. I had this giant
like a piece of
welded
6-inch with
like
people with a
tank.
welded outlet on it. Like I mean,
Yeah,
That's what I
plasma cut
started with, and you
hole.
had to stick your pitot tube in there, and your
Yeah,
pitot
then the
tube would
water
shoot
splashes
directly
in
up
your
in your
face.
face.
It's right in your face, and you're like this, trying to look at the gauge. Freaking nightmare. And it's super heavy, and they're ginormous. But yeah, it was 6 inch to 6 inch to 4 inch to 2.5.
you can also
Threaded two
do
and a half.
Yep.
Riptide makes that as well. What does JR call the open atmosphere?
I
Is,
think
that
he's gonna change
is
the
that where he's
name, but it
changing the
was the
name?
Typhoon. No, was it Typhoon?
No, it's a Typhoon Reader and the
Oh
I
man,
forget. I think it was silly and he's changing it. But Mike, Riptide offers open atmosphere equipment just like that.
what I do like about the open atmosphere that JR has that no one else does. So you'll screw it into the test header, and then you'll align uh I guess with the prongs where you screw it in. You have the pieces that you put your spanner wrench on. So you'll align that, and then you have a plastic piece that slides in, and then a cotter pin, and will not loosen. It will not loosen off.
Oh,
It'll just
awesome!
stay. It'll
Oh
stay
yeah.
put. Your gauges stay put. So sometimes when you go open atmosphere, like with a hose monster open atmosphere, as you're flowing water, the gauge will start to fall, and then you're like looking at it in weird ways. But this one, it doesn't. It's solid. It's right there. So that's
Especially if you
cool.
use a 45 on it, those 45s move a lot too.
Yep, exactly.
Boom. That's why you
The
keep.
last guy
That's
I
why
was
you keep good.
training,
Sorry, Tommy. Go ahead.
he calls me on the radio. He goes, "Dude, I'm getting wet out here doing the fire pump." I basically answered, "Stop being a bitch. We'll get it done when we get it done." I come outside. The kid is just soaked. I didn't know that the 45 was just spinning, so that open atmosphere was just spinning around outside.
Oh
Poor
my
kid.
God. So you got to keep a good pair of spanner wrenches on you, right?
Yeah.
Anytime Brian's around, make sure you have spanner wrenches to let him use.
Or you just use the channel locks, which I've
Oh
used for
my
years.
God. The channel locks on the fire hose.
You open it all the way up, and it
That's
works.
like, I don't know if that's equal to or greater than like putting a shark bite in your own home. Whew, it's pretty close though. That's like that's pretty low right there. Shark bites in your own house and channel locks on not only a fire hose but a brand new one.
You know, if you
I
carry
mean,
around
it's
an
something
8-inch
to be
pipe
used
wrench, that's
eventually
all you
anyway.
need.
What is it, Tommy?
Yeah.
If you carry around an 8-inch pipe wrench and a tape measure, that's all you need for anything.
That's all. Oh yeah, that's all you need. You build a whole high rise.
After listening to that episode where Bobby says he could do anything with an 8-inch pipe wrench and a tape measure, I think Dope and Tape should give away a pipe wrench next, an 8-inch pipe wrench.
Okay.
So those 8-inches are hard to find.
That's what everybody says. I have a brand new one at the house, like I said, and I came here with a brand new one because you're only allowed to travel with 6 inches. When you fly on a plane and you don't check a bag, you're only allowed to take a 6-inch tool with you on as a carry-on. And Buddy pulled the 8-inch out of my tool bag and measured it, and he looked at me and he's like, and I still had it in the little rigid bag, like for this. I wanted him to know it's like a brand new tool, right? And he's like, it's too big, but we'll let it slide. I'm like, frig, I hope I can take it home. But I got another one. I mean, that was one thing about the 550 is you got at the end of every year, right around like Thanksgiving, they would give you a tape measure, an 8-inch, and a level. And so that's why like a lot of those guys will say, this is all you need to build a high rise, because that's all they give you.
Hey,
And I don't use a level,
thank
so.
you, Laura.
What?
When you do
Bye.
the dope
All right,
and
thank
tape
you.
8-inch pipe wrench giveaway,
Yep.
Brian could even put his hockey tape on it so his hand doesn't get hurt.
No, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't give away no tool with fucking tape on it. I don't like that. I like my tools nice and clean. Have to get
Well, I mean,
those Knipex smooth face pliers. You like them? I don't
it's
know.
better.
Is he? Did he disappear? Does he know that he's not there? Where are you, bud?
Sorry, guys. No, my
If you're
my
not present,
arepas got delivered.
if you're
Had
not
to go get
present,
my
you can't.
arepas.
That's all you eat is arepas, huh? How many of those you guys got on deck?
No, I
Like
just
ready
get
to
a
go?
delivery every week.
Bobby's
We
saying it a
usually
lot
keep
better now.
like
Arepa.
6
Arepa.
bags a week.
Who is it?
Arepa.
Are they home?
So
Who? Someone brings them to you
yeah, our friend, she owns
at 10
her and her
o'clock at
husband
night?
own. Yes.
You got arepas?
Yep. So in the morning, so I get up like we talked about. I get up around 5:30, 4:30, 5 a.m. and then I
Damn
put the
kid.
arepas in the air fryer for 8 minutes. Get me a latte, then I'm hitting the gym. That way I can have some fuel with some carbs and I get arepas with like cheese or chicken or beef and it gets me going. It's quick. And then that way, I got sort of like a good meal and good carbs to kind of fuel me through my workout that
What
early in the
size you
morning.
got, Corlin? 6-inch? $80, kid?
$80.
Knipex, they're crazy. That's why I still have mine from
Yeah.
10 years ago. They last.
Hey, Bobby, I feel like you were ignoring Brian's story. Brian, back to the story again.
No,
What was it?
no.
Bobby wasn't listening.
I didn't hear a word, kid. No, Corlin said that he uses the Knipex smooth face pliers on all of his brass valves. So I googled it, and they look nice, kid. 1-inch
They are
max
nice.
jaw. So I don't think you're using those.
And
Okay,
they're the
you got
Cobras, right?
You got the 10.
It's the Cobras. They had the button.
No, Cobra is the size. They all have the button.
Is
Cobra
Eric
is
still
the
in the
size?
chat?
Cobra is the
Ask
size.
Eric where
Yes.
his channel locks are.
Eric, where's your channel locks? Ooh, Icon pliers at Harbor Freight, 10-inch for $40. Mitch would be
See,
proud.
Eric doesn't know where they are.
Mitch
because
would
I
be
found them in my
proud.
ceiling at the psych center, so
Nuh-uh.
they're mine now.
Oh shit. See you later, Eric. Oh,
Brand new pair. He left them in my ceiling.
$160. Let's see what Knipex has got here. For two pliers. What size are they? 6-inch, 5-inch, and 6-inch. Man, they're really milking people, huh? How much for
Oh
the
yeah,
10
they
inch?
buy it.
How much for the 10-inch, Corlin? $90, bro. They open 1 3/4 inch. It's a nice looking plier. I just don't know how much I'm gonna pay. $90. I'm an adjustable guy. Like I like a 6-inch adjustable. Like I can't. That's what I like. I have a 6-inch adjustable in my pocket. If I gotta fuck with a gauge, I'm not grabbing it like a Neanderthal out in the wilderness and ripping it off. Like put your adjustable wrench on the gauge, you crazy assholes.
Yes.
That's why they don't work,
you have
bro.
You have the same size as me, right? I just put it in my pocket.
Yeah,
I think it's the 6-inch.
the 6-inch. It just works good on a gauge. Like you can get a 1-inch plug with it and a gauge. Like it's just, I don't know. I don't want to crank the gauge like everybody does.
Well,
And then
as
it's
an
off.
inspector, it's great because you can just put it right there in the whatever valve you're opening or closing, and it's easy. I mean, you don't need much as an
Boom.
inspector.
That's it. But
You're not
1-inch
doping and
plug for
taping
drum
gauges, are
drips.
you?
dope and tape gauges. I'm
Tape
putting
only, right?
any. Oh, do I dope and tape the gauges?
Yep. Tape only, right?
I'm not like
Brass to brass fitting.
I'm not putting in 1,000,000 gauges. I still like dope. I like a little dope on there,
What?
kid. Yeah, just dope
on
it in.
a gauge?
Yeah, know your strength,
I'm a
bro.
quick wrap of the
Bro,
tape.
you're doing too much.
Know your strength. I'll dope and tape it faster than you could even get the tape out of your pocket, kid. Don't fuck with me.
We're
Huh? Remember?
like you hurt that guy's feeling at AFSA.
I know.
He just like turned around to look at you and you were like,
I was handing
I'm
him the
done.
wrench. Oh shit, that's good.
Since we're talking gauges too, does everybody over tighten faceplates on dry systems? Smush out the gasket?
Know your strength.
pisses
Just
me
know
off,
your
man.
strength, bro. Like people think Why are they tightening things so much? Like,
Oh yeah,
so
they'll put an impact on it and just
when
hammer
you
it.
have a Victaulic coupling and they're angled, like as soon as they're lined up, it's tight. Like guys just send it to the moon and it goes past itself. Like you could,
Oh,
I'm like backing off nuts. Um, yeah, I don't know. It's that's a big thing I think in this trade where everybody just like cranks the shit out of it. 1 inch pipe, like crank it. Like
Yeah.
screwed pipe, like crank that shit. Crank it. If your threads are good, you shouldn't be able to bury it. It should stop at some point. But like
70s and 80s, it was that black Permatex on sprinkler heads and freaking bury it.
when I was before I got in the union, they bid a job to it was a cal it was like a cal it was a what was it? It was a half by 1 T. It was an old upright system that they put these like T's in and then they piped pendants down. And we were supposed to strip it all out and put the uprights back in. Seemed wicked easy, right? Except it was all that black Permatex. And so you would like you just cut that little T, that reducing T at the top, and then now you have that half-inch nipple you try to get out, and they would break. They wouldn't loosen. You would have a 2-footer on a half-inch nipple, and it would shear off because of that.
I don't think we covered black Permatex with Sal, the dope expert.
Oh, yeah, I don't think we did. Sal is the dope expert. Oh, we should have talked about pipe dope with Sal. I forgot about that. He did that on his first. Were you there on the first episode with Sal, Bry? I think it was just me and Sal for some reason.
Maybe. I think it was.
But Sal broke out.
The night Atlanta froze.
Sal broke out like, bro, 10 different types of dopes. Like, this dope's for this dope's for that, this dope is for this. I only use this dope on here. This one only gets used for that. I'm like, oh my god, I'll just use this. Give me some Tough Glide, kid. I'm fucking sending it on every thread. Shout out to Arco. Quality tools at an unbeatable price. Rigid impact will snap U-bolt mechanical tees if you aren't paying attention. I mean, a rigid impact. You be using an orange impact, Chandler? What are you doing? I still have Brian as my ringtone. I mean, it was only like yesterday, Daryl. I hope you wouldn't change it that soon. That like
man.
For when everybody calls you, it's Brian. It's like when you were the DJ. He has like one of the first cuts of the DJ video, like before I took the background out and stuff.
You sent it to him?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
I forget exactly which one it was. I think it's just like it's like you like it looked like you were being a DJ. That's why I made that video. Mike Watts says dope on the gauges.
Whoa. I've never seen dope on gauge. And just tape.
What about your airlines? You guys aren't doping airlines, are you?
I'm not doping airlines.
Airlines, you're not supposed to use dope.
NPT.
Teflon only.
NPT, kid. Even if it's black steel?
Yeah.
Why? Yep. Says who? Is it in the code?
I don't know. It's the air thing. The air does it.
Is it in the code book?
That one is an old mechanic thing. You always throw some tape on your compressor lines. That's it.
I don't like tape. Only.
I did.
So like
tape. I tape it.
Yeah, but so tape wasn't always there. So like before there was tape, what did they do? They obviously just doped everything. So that's why like my brain is like, they invented tape and we're gonna just like put it on top of the dope that we've already been putting on everything for 50 years. Like probably 100 years. I don't know. However long pipes have been. Teflon only came out like in the 50s. We only started putting Teflon.
Every time I grab a roll of Teflon too, all I can think is Jim from Arco selling it out of his garage, cold calling people. Like, you want some Teflon, man?
It's like, yeah, man. Really seal your pipes.
Like, how the hell did he get as big as he is today from that? Like, that's
from
crazy
a garage.
Beginning.
Tough Glide.
Dope and tape.
And tape.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Imagine pitching that idea to your family. It'd be like us pitching this idea to dope for the show.
Yeah, but like that was you gotta think like back then, like before like Teflon wasn't that big. Like that's what I'm saying. Like people were only using dope for like at least 50 years before Teflon was invented. They were only using dope, and then all of a sudden people are like you fellas. Oh, I only use tape now on brass. Well, all right. Well, fucking, what happened before tape was out? Meathead, they use dope.
But I would imagine that tape is a lot better on an airline than dope.
Why? Because
I
you
would think
wrap it on too much,
air
and then
would still.
there's a little flaily in there, and it's flying around, and then it gets sent down into some pressure regulator or some filter or something. Where the dope is what? It's just like smearing down the inside of the pipe if you put too much.
I have seen it
It's like
at
a
the
little
Brian
droplet.
airline where somebody used
You
shark
what?
bites along the whole thing.
A Brian airline? I thought that's what you
Yep.
said. Brian airline.
I showed up their freaking copper tube with freaking shark bites. I'm like, who the hell piped this in?
Brian, where is he? Which one of the
There was
plumber?
a
Wasn't
small.
there a plumber that tagged you? I thought I saw a plumber
Oh
like
yeah,
that
yeah,
tagged you
yeah,
with a shark bite or
yeah,
something. It's like Brian was here.
yeah.
Hey man, you chose to be known for that. Tape is bad for airline. It
There
can get in the check
was.
valves and for the AMD. That's what I'm saying, dog. But I still use it. I use dope and tape. Just I don't put it on like
Oh my
my
gosh.
dope and tape is not going into the pipe. It's on the threads. Like I don't dope the last thread. I'm definitely not doping the like end. The very first thread shouldn't really have
Yeah.
anything.
No, that's your catch thread. You don't
That's
want tape
it.
or dope in
Boom.
it.
Well, I don't want the tape to be. Some guys like tape it and then it like completely blocks
Yep.
the whole inside diameter. Like that's not gonna work. Don't
Then
be
you gotta
taping
get
like
weird
that.
and finger the sprinkler head to get that little tape out of there.
If you guys were constantly busting my balls while I'm working, I wouldn't leave tools in the drop ceiling.
What tool? I don't
There.
know what you're talking about.
Yeah, tool's gone, Eric. It's gone
Speaking
now.
of
DJ Shark Bite.
shark bites, so there was a domestic line that came off of it came it was attached to the same line that was feeding the toilet in the room, and the guy came off with uh with shark bites and then ran a sprinkler system. I think he put in like four heads off of that line and used shark bites to connect it, and the fire marshal made him come back and change it.
Really?
The fire marshal was pissed.
Has he used a shark bite?
Yeah,
I would be
Did
too.
the fire marshal fine you for running a sprinkler system like that, Brian?
it wasn't me. I don't know, but I know that on the company, I was in the field, but I know in the office that was a huge deal. Like it was, they had meetings on it. Like it was a big deal.
Where the
So
hell?
I'm sure the fire marshal probably sent an email, maybe a letter.
Boom.
Not to be
Was it
confused with
good?
the Diego Pro Press, because that stuff is pretty awesome. I've had to use it a couple times.
It is. I want to
It
give.
looks
We
awesome.
should have. That's what we should do. We should have Colton back on from Viega. He's my buddy. He's on Instagram as Viking Pipe Fitter, and we should grill him again about it because I think so where my mind is with Pro Press is unless it's special, it's only rated to 200, and so I think that like really like a lot of guys didn't like that. Like I mean, how many 200 isn't enough, is it? It's not for me. I don't think 200 is enough. A Vic is rated to 300. Most of our shit's rated to 300. I want it all to be 300. So I just see it as like a weak link, but then they say that they could get like a special rating, but like I don't want to do that every time. And then so nobody was using
Didn't
it.
they
So,
lose their
yes.
listing too?
Yeah. So I wanna talk to that again and see like can you still do it or what? Because I know people are still using it. We were able to use it for a bit, but it's a lot of money for a UL listing. And
Yeah.
if they're not buying it and using it, then they're not going to keep the listing. And I'm pretty sure like that's what happened. So I'm going to hit up Colton and get him back on.
And I don't think it could really take off in our field unless it holds that listing.
Yeah, exactly. And then same thing with like Mega Press, right? Colton has a video where he puts on he's got like a cap, an elbow, and a cap. He pumps it to 600
Yeah.
and then bends the elbow in half and it goes up to like 7 something and doesn't leak. So like why can't we get that rating bumped up to 300? Right? Because then we'd be mega pressing steel. Plane by plane.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Then what? Just go drill a bunch of mechanical T's. Like you just imagine if you were putting up plane by plane, 10-6s, hanger, stab.
Oh shit! Even Eric could be a fitter then.
Oh my God, Brian would be able to hang pipe. I could run a screw line next to him, and he could press a line next to me. I'd probably still beat him.
Probably
What do you
not.
think about Blaze plastic drains? I know a lot of guys do this, and I'm not like, I don't know, I guess I am a little bit of a hater, but I just like don't like the look of the like. Maybe we should paint it red. I hate the orange next to the
Right.
fire
Yeah.
pump. It's just such an
I think it
awful
looks
color. It
terrible.
looks so
It looks
It
bad.
looks
so cheap.
terrible.
So
It looks
like,
terrible. Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean,
But
we
it
gotta
is better
face it. We
than
charge a premium for
PVC.
our services. That you can't put in cheap looking shit like that.
Yeah. I think it should be I think it should be Galvy 1 inch. Like you should immediately go to 1 inch and run it in Galvy 1 inch.
For like the
With
drain off the
zinc
pump
split rings, all of them, like all of them.
from the case and relief valve.
Yep. From the casing relief valve and from the drip cups from the packing glands. All those drains together all run nice together in like at least the same kind of pipe and not CPVC. Really copper would be the best. Like you see how SPP did it on their pre-mades.
Oh man, it looks
It's
great.
all copper, right? But everyone's going to look at the cost of
Yeah.
copper versus like especially if you're a service company, like you got CPVC laying around, that's a free drain essentially. Just I know the big thing for like the fire pump guys is that they like to be able to like don't glue it. Like the CPVC is typically never glued, and they can like pull it apart and look in there. And that's what I'll get in my DMs. If like people were to see this now,
Or
that's what they would tell me. Okay, just take it right
or
apart and
it
clear the
blows
clot.
out. Well, eventually it blows out, and then you have
Well,
your drain.
maybe the case in relief, but like I don't know. I don't know. I like them. I like them in Galvy. They look good.
Galvy will look good. I don't know
Some
if I've
zinc
seen it.
split rings. I got some photos.
Any exposed CPVC overall just bothers me. It just
I was on the phone with
screams cheap to me.
Big Kev
Yeah.
earlier, and I had to run down to the truck, and right in the stairwell outside here is 3/4 exposed CPVC. It just comes out of a block wall. It's probably like it's like probably 2.6, no hanger, elbow with a pendant, and the pendant has an inner ring, and there's no ceiling, and it's down like a foot. I was on the phone. I was like, whoa, what the fuck is that? It's just sagging down. It's just scary. Like anybody could just go and grab it. It's just flopping in
Is
the
that
breeze.
an older place? Like maybe they slid in that head as an afterthought?
It probably was. I think everything. Yeah, it was probably slid in as an afterthought. Oh, it's undoubtedly. It's Marriott. Marriott Bonvoy. Bonvoy.
So the
How
cool
close are
thing
you to
about
Brian right
Marriott,
now?
To Brian?
Yeah.
45 minutes.
Not far enough.
No. Well, I tell you what,
45
far enough
minutes.
for him not to come to dinner.
45 minutes right now at this time.
Sarah made a great chicken soup. I don't even know what all is in it, but it tastes great.
I thought you had a rapist.
No, I
There
got
it
him
is.
delivered.
There's that Bobby pronunciation.
Oh shit.
Arepas.
Arepas. Oh shit.
Arepas.
I said a rapist again.
Yep.
So Sarah put that on her Instagram with all her friends over in Colombia and Venezuela. And her Instagram blew up.
What?
Blew up.
Which one?
Of you saying that.
Oh
A
yeah.
rapist. Hey, when you come to Colombia with me, like you can't say that.
Listen, I'm me. This is how I talk. What am I supposed to do? I'm not in Gainesville. I am in. Where am I? I'm in Macon, baby. Getting that bacon.
Yeah.
Macon.
Yeah.
We
So
got a
2
little.
hours for me, actually.
We got a owners training tomorrow, and then I'm heading north, baby. Flying home. Next stop, Kentucky. I'm going to Kentucky on
Are you going?
April Fools.
Okay, so you're gonna be home for a little bit.
Yeah. Well, unless something goes wrong, then I'm reporting for duty, baby.
Hopefully not.
You never know, though.
Is Kentucky started for you yet or no?
No, that's a brand new one coming out of the ground. It's just like a second building, but it's a brand new building out back. And like we have a bunch of first deliveries on April 1st. I'll be there for.
So that'll be your
Super
first start to
exciting.
finish for NAFCO, right?
Yeah. And
Nice.
our foreman just has some shit going on that week, so I'm gonna go there and start it for him.
Very good.
Go get it, get the lull, get all the lifts, get our first delivery. I'm trying to hang pipe on the first.
I see all these reels of Chad working for you guys. Did you tell him he couldn't bring his Rust-Oleum? I haven't seen him break it out once. And
Not
Yeah,
yet.
I'm
we're working on
disappointed.
it. That's on my side. I'm working on it. I did fit it into a bid, and then they were excited till they, found out that they had to pay for it. So Like,
That's
how much would
awesome.
it be if we didn't do that? Welcome to Georgia.
Raquel from Marvette's got to be pumped that Chad's out of California. Now she can finally find her
She could
fame.
finally find it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be down in Macon Thursday to flow one damn hydrant, 4-hour round trip. Damn. You can make 8 out of that, kid. And when are you gonna drive down? You driving through Atlanta? You gotta drive right through Atlanta. It's gonna take forever. The traffic wouldn't be bad if you guys knew how to drive in Georgia. You know, you guys have so
Us
many
too.
lanes. We have half the lanes in Massachusetts than you guys have, and traffic like moves similar.
But I'm pretty sure that we're a bigger city, like a lot bigger city, and definitely more centralized.
But not better.
And anywhere you get down south, like the lanes mean nothing. You could be in the left
Oh
lane going
yeah.
55, but the right lane's going 95. Like, what
Yep.
the hell are you guys
Like that's
doing
what
down
I that's
here?
what I find myself doing in
Yeah.
Georgia. I'm just flying up the right side because everyone's like, what happened? Their Mimi taught them how to drive in the left lane. That's the only lane they know. As soon as they get on, they go to the left and they stay there till they get off. Like, get the fuck out of the way, Mimi. I don't
There's a
know.
respect level in the Northeast if you're hanging in the left lane.
Oh
Like, those guys
yeah.
are doing something. Get out of their way.
Yeah, get out. Like we're trying to
Yeah.
break the law. Move over. But it is also sketchy down here tailgating people because you never know if they're just gonna shoot you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Which
Or
which
break.
it's believe it or not, it's often, man.
Like in Boston, like we can
You gotta
like
be careful of the road rage. You gotta be careful here.
we can road rage
Look at shot.
like gentlemen in Boston. Like just get real close, do some honking. Like I'll cut you off, you cut me off. Like and then like you take your exit and I keep going and then I forget about you until the next time I see that car because I remember your license plate. I'm gonna ram you off the road, but we don't shoot at each other. Just because like I high
Yeah,
beamed you
you'll
a
get
couple times.
blasted.
I know.
Did you
Like
see that? Did you see that video? The guy just he held the gun out the window going down 285 at like 70 miles per hour and just pow, 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 pow.
yeah, that'll get somebody to stop tailgating or maybe get them to move out of the way.
Yeah.
What was he
Jeez.
in the front or was he in the back? Was he trying to get somebody to move?
No, he was in the driver. Well, actually,
He was in the
so
driver's
the
seat. That was a good answer.
one car was in the far left, and the one that was shooting was in the far right.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, they have been beefing
So
for a while.
all four lanes blasting.
Don't be brake checking me.
For
I'll
our
go
Cali
back
people,
roads.
is it like that in Cali? I feel like Cali's got to be a whole different kind of driving. People getting mad in their
Oh,
Priuses,
I think
cutting
they
each
might
other
just be
off.
scared to get out.
Tommy was slid in as an
Like the
afterthought.
reality of conflict.
Bobby has to try California traffic. A lot of people think I've never been to California. I wouldn't hate on something that I've never experienced. You got to believe that. I've been to California a couple times, and it was shitty every time. The second you get off the airplane, you can taste it. The water I could feel on my skin after the first shower. If the second time I went to Cali, I didn't shower for the first day because I was scared to wash off the nice water that I had showered in back in the Northeast. California is like waxy water. Like you can feel it in your hair. You can
Really?
feel it on your skin. The air is like yellow. It's like little China over there. I'm all set with it, bro. Another place where there's like fucking 6 lanes on each side. Nobody knows what the fuck to do. You pull on the on ramp and the light's doing like red and green. It only lets like one person on. It's like just have it.
Atlanta does that.
Have it.
Yeah,
I know.
Atlanta does that.
We don't know. The on ramp is for accelerating. As soon as you get on it, the pedal goes to the floor. Boom, you match the highway speed. That's for the on ramp. But in these weird states, they make you stop at the end of the on ramp and then give you like a little flash of a green light. What the fuck is that?
Yeah.
What the hell does that even mean? I don't even stop at
That's
them
the
anymore.
point where you use every
Spacing.
horsepower that your vehicle has. When you get on the
Spacing.
highway,
Yeah.
you just to the floor.
Feel it, baby. Feel it.
What were you doing in Cali?
So Callie, my wife used to work for a clothing company, and they like there was like incentives. If she reached the incentive, they would like send you on trips. And my girl was reaching that incentive all the time, so we always had to do these like company trips, and a lot of them were in Cali.
I figured you being you were at a Pelosi rally or something.
We were in. I ditched out. We went with my son, and I ditched out on the work shit, and I took my kid to the We hiked up to the Hollywood sign, like as close as we could possibly get. And it's like, I don't know, I got there and I was like, wow, this is fucking, it's like in a neighborhood, bro. There's no parking. There's no park. Like you would think like there would be a spot like a visitor or like a tourist or whatever, like
Right,
go
we
see
can
the
see
Hollywood.
it.
No, it's in like a neighborhood of mansions that nobody, it says don't park in front of my house. It's all yuppies. And then you got to like walk through the power lines of dust, bro, to just be able to glimpse at it. Not
That's
worth it at all.
terrible.
Or you go all the way to the top and you look at it backwards. It's just everything about Cali. That's why, like, and this could either go both ways. You either hate it or you love it. But I was a huge proponent for the wall, and I think we should continue the wall right up the coast of Cali and donate Cali to Mexico for everything we've done to them. You know,
You can have it.
just have it. That's it. The east
But
side of
we'll take
Cali,
the
just
San
build the
Francisco
wall.
49ers.
Well, we'll keep the football team.
Move them to Syracuse so I can watch them more.
Bobby changed his whole life up. Is
Yeah.
killing it. Keep it up, brother. Thank you. Appreciate it. Now I'll go back roads. I'm salary. Every day is 8. Oh, I like it, Al. Damn campers on the fast lane. Dude, that's what I'm saying,
That's probably the
Juan.
hardest thing to explain to a new person is sprinkler time, how it works. Like,
Yeah.
you get your jobs and that's 8.
That's 8.
And they just
That's
don't
8.
get it.
I avoid Atlanta
Wait,
at all
it's 2
costs. My
o'clock.
office
Yeah,
in
that's 8.
Serena, and
Bro,
I get there at 6
a
a.m.
lot
to avoid
of
the
a lot
madness.
of companies don't get that. A lot of companies, like my last one, we got into it in the office. Because they're like, oh no, he has to work his actual 8. I was like, it's service work. You'll build his day for 8. He gets 8. They're like, no, he has to come to the shop and sweep and help and stuff. I was like, but then it's over an hour for him to get home from the shop. So then you're paying an additional 30 minutes.
Boom.
Like, it's make your guys happy.
That's the last
makes no
time.
sense to
That's
me.
the last time that guy rushes through the job and tries to get it done and tries to get it
Yeah.
done fast, right? He's never gonna do that again. It's every time after that experience, guaranteed takes him 8. Truck's not gonna
I
move.
Oh
think
yeah,
we-
and then you're
What the f-
you're hanging out in the parking lot.
yeah, like no, it's not.
And we've said it on here before, like when your boss calls you at 3 and he's got the emergency call, now it's time you give back.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. Exactly.
Give and take.
It is.
Don't bust his balls. Go
It
take
is
the call.
It is a give and take. Stream chat, red only. Let's go. California is shit. I know. I'm trying to tell you, Chandler. You guys are doing some weird shit over there. You guys are like a mass exodus. That's a sign. That's a big old sign. You guys got bad air and bad water. Who like those are the 2 most important things that a human being needs: water and air. You guys got bad of both. I don't like it. Man, we've already went well over an hour. Oh no, we started a minute late.
Yeah.
Brian had us starting late. What's new?
But hey, thank you guys so much for coming on. I got bad lighting over here. I was trying to get as close as I could to the modem.
All right, so let's see. Let's talk about Thursday. Thursday, your buddy Joel.
Yeah, Joel. So Joel
Sorry,
does
Joel.
he does high-end renovations.
Okay.
Like he'll rip out a roof, put it in a skylight, does vanities.
Where is this? Where does he do this? In
closets.
Atlanta?
He does it here in Atlanta.
Oh, awesome.
Like incredible work. Incredible work. I'll show you share his Instagram video. Man, dude's a stud. I mean, just incredible.
Awesome. So that's what we got to look forward to on Thursday, which is also that's our Las Vegas Valley episode. Who's gonna sponsor April? That's another thing we'll be
To be
looking for.
determined.
Get some
Yeah.
sponsors. We were saying that a lot. We kind of stopped saying it, but there's ad space available. We'll put your logo on the screen. You know, whatever you want. Hit up Brian and we'll work something out. We're here for the
Yeah, let me know.
community. If you got a new
We can talk
product you
about
want
it.
everybody to talk about, I mean, not a lot, but we got 1,000 subscribers, and I'll bet you that almost all of them are sprinkler fitters. So if you want your eyes and if you want your product in front of some sprinkler fitter eyes and apprentices and the industry, and we'd love to help. So hit us up.
Absolutely. Thank you, Tommy, for coming on.
Yeah,
man.
thanks
It's
for
always
coming
good
on
to
last
see you.
minute.
Yeah, also, if I could add one thing, going back through the old episodes,
Yep.
if people are new to the show, one episode they want to listen to is Brian on the night that Atlanta froze. I don't know the episode. That was awesome. We were out on site with 2 different people going around the freeze ups. That's really cool.
Where was that?
I was there.
Where I was at the house,
was in
obviously, right?
Atlanta.
Yeah, Bobby was running the show and you were out on sites.
That's
Just going
funny.
to different buildings with freeze ups.
And I remember like
Dude,
one of
it
them was
was
just pouring
a wild
water.
Night. A wild night. Yeah, the building is 36 floors, and the penthouse domestic froze and busted. I think it was like I think it was a 4-inch, and it was like raining in the parking deck and in the lobby.
Whew.
It was bad.
Yeah, that was a good
Yeah,
night.
no.
I will after the show. Right now, as soon as I end it, I'll find out which episode that was. I'll share it to my Instagram story for anyone who's interested. And if you want to be, if you're on Instagram, if you're watching this, you probably are, but all of us are on Instagram, and we're, at least once a day, twice a day, posting stories. Tag me, tag us, and we'll share it. Oh yes. Also, lastly, one more announcement. Thank you for reminding me, Becky. We are in the market for a great designer. We need an in-house designer, and if you know anybody, if you're somebody, you can hit me up or Brian up, and we will get you in contact with the boss. And that's it. We're looking for a designer.
Incredible company. We love it here.
It is
I
great.
mean, love it.
Becky's
We
great.
do work hard,
Mitch is
and
all right.
you know,
No, I'm just kidding. Mitch is good too.
And you get to work with Chad.
it's great.
Yeah, and
Extra
Yeah,
Chad.
job
we
you
And
get to
Chad.
Brian.
work
That's
with
why I'm
Chad.
I'm here because Chad's here. That's why I'm here. I
That's
just want to
right.
be with Chad. Chad's a stud, kid, huh? Just send him into the
Yeah, he
fire.
is.
That's my dude. Shout out to Chad. Come on, round of applause for Chad again. Listen, you don't. I lock my doors at night, okay? Does not do politics. I like locked doors and fences and I like my area. Texas, we got 85-mile-an-hour speed limits. My God, Massachusetts, they keep on knocking it down. Like the main road in Massachusetts is 55.
Jeez.
Everybody does 90. It's like, what's the point? Just put us to 90. So they're trying to give us tickets. They're trying to slow us down. It's not working.
Yeah, on the east side, it goes from 70 to 55 really fast,
Crazy.
and they just sit there.
LOL, amazing team. All right. That's it.
Thank you,
Everybody,
Tommy.
really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Don't forget to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button.